You're listening to the Coupling Up podcast. Ending a relationship can be profoundly difficult. Some people go their whole lives without ever truly moving on. So wouldn't it be great to have a professional who can guide you all the way through it? Someone who could give singles struggling with breakups, dating games, or loneliness the best tips for finding healthier romance. Well, you found her. This is the Coupling Up podcast, and this is your host and teacher, Shawn Davis.
Hey everyone, it's Shawn with the Coupling Up podcast. Today's episode is all about a Reddit poster's story on getting the dial tone. Coming up now. There's a super popular dating trend going on right now, and that's when a person gives out their number, then when they get a call or text back, refusing to give any sort of response at all. So whenever that's happened, that's dial toning. So let's consult the Reddit rabbit hole on dial toning. Okay, so today's Reddit story, got her number, she never replied. There's this girl I met a couple weeks ago. I'm 26 male, she's probably 24 to 25. I quote unquote met her at a friend's party. I put met in quotes because we had briefly met before, but this night we got to talking and ended up hanging out around each other most of the night. When it came to time to leave, we figured out we were going the same direction, so we walked together. She even went a couple of blocks out of her way to walk my direction a bit longer. When we finally split off, I asked her for her number, which she gave me without reservation. I texted her my name so she would have it, along with a joke about something from the night. She never replied. I was out of town and then had to work the next couple of weekends, but finally texted her again this past weekend. She asked what she had planned for the holiday weekend. So again, no reply. I'm not really sure what to make of it. Did she give me the wrong number by accident or even on purpose? Is she simply ignoring me? My gut feeling is she wouldn't do something as blatant as that, since it's highly likely we're going to see each other again through our mutual friend. And during the night, she made comments about the next time we see each other. So I'm wondering if I should try to reach out to her on Facebook. Then again, she typed her number directly into my phone. And how many people mess that up? If she simply didn't want to hang out with me, I can live with that, even if ignoring me is kind of shitty. But how do I make sure it wasn't just an innocent mistake? So as we dive into the Reddit rabbit hole today, we can see common dating habits that tend to be connected with dating apps and sites. But today's story shows us that an in-person situation can show these habits too. This also shows you just how much these dating habits are just about being a human being and struggling with connection and emotion. In this young man's story, he met a young woman at a party, got the number, and then no follow-up ever happened, which was super confusing because of the attachment that we had real early on, or at least that's what that person felt. I've actually done this one before, and so it's super embarrassing when you find yourself falling into these traps, but it happens. But yeah, that was me back in the day. Is I would end up going to clubs, and I would either give out just a pretend number, or maybe one then given off on a TV show or something silly. So I'd either do that or I wouldn't give a number at all because I didn't want to attach myself to somebody in a drinking scene, because back then I felt like that's just wasn't long term. And so I didn't want to kind of get connected with somebody when I had a lot of long-term goals. So that was my excuse back in the day because I was not emotionally strong back then to just be just real upfront with people. I was afraid of hurting people's feelings. And that's the trap that some people fall into. And that's one of the things that can happen with dial toning, is that that person is just doesn't have long-term goals for romance at that time, and they can give you fake numbers or just not call back. So let's get back into the story then. This girl might be doing that, building up a wall against intimacy like I did. Or she might have another issue, like wanting just some attention from somebody and feeling like she wants to be chased a little. So, any of those sorts of things could be going on, along with many, many others. But since you might see this girl again in the future, I'm a big fan of giving one last ditch effort of just kind of directly offering a conversation around it. So if you see her, ask her what made her ignore your text. So just like real plainly asking that. So just say, "Are you interested in getting to know me?" And see what she says to a direct question like that. You'll get an answer one way or the other, and it might be that she just avoids the question. And if she cares at all, if she's really interested in wanting to let down walls with you, she's going to feel good about you getting an answer to your question, right? She's going to want to show you that she really does want to be there for you. Um, and she may offer some sort of statement about being busy or, whatever. Just let her say whatever she's going to say, but see if she'll talk to you about it. So talk to her, see what she tells you, and determine if that situation is the one that you truly want to be in yourself. So if you're chasing this person and you don't feel like that makes you aligned with your authentic values and who you see yourself being in the world, then it might not be a good fit. But give her that chance to explain, and then decide if that's the right situation for you with the person who struggles with that. All right, so that's the tip for the day. See y'all next time. Thank you for listening to the Coupling Up podcast. You can record a dating confession to share with the show, and you can share any situation that you've dealt with that you want to share with our listeners so that they can avoid the drama of dating in today's swipe right culture. You can download the checklist for today's episode at couplinguppodcast.com or record your dating confession. I'm Shawn Davis, and I'll see y'all next time.